Let's see. Share this. I might need to share it to. What's going on here? Huh. Okay. I was having trouble with the camera there for some. Hey, Frank. I was trying to share the link. Good morning, man. I'm just a little bored. Been doing some reading and studying a little bit of, and I made a couple of videos and stuff. Well, one lengthy video, and then a couple of shorts. I figured I'd go live for a minute here this morning and see if anybody is around. Sometimes when I go live, there's people out there that catch me and needed to, they just needed to talk or something. What's up? What's up, Tomcat? You at work? I'm gonna figure you are. I was saying I went. Okay. Right before I went live, I was looking to see if you were live. I didn't know if you might have did another short little live today on your break. I caught that yesterday right at the end of it. But, I'd been making videos and stuff. I was making videos and doing some reading and stuff like that I do every morning. And then when I got on there and I saw that you were live, I joined in and you were right at the end. But I just kind of decided I've made a video and then a couple of shorts, and I've done me personally, I'm studying from a book called The Master Speaks right now for my own personal, and so I read from that, and I'm just in having another good day. The morning's starting off well. And something said to me like I knew that a little bit ago. I was like, I might go live this morning. Like I'm thinking about see who might be around and who may just be wanting to chat with somebody. Like never know who might be out there. Like like the other day when I was live the other afternoon, I was so awesome. I was really glad to be here. And you were off work, you were able to be there, and we just went on for as long as it needed to be. Yeah. I'll take all the good days in a row I can get. I made a post, I think, today about something, I never know when, the next row of, whether they're bad days, but things always come to an even keel. Like I'm on an upswing now, but then it'll level off. Then there'll probably some downhill slopes ahead of me, but I'm not worried about that because that's not today. I'm not heading downhill today, so that's the best thing I can say. I don't plan on it anyway. I don't plan on going downhill. But sometimes we have to go downhill just to get back up a hill. Part of life. Hey, Victoria. Yeah. I knew a few people might want to come in and talk for a minute. Yeah, that's what I got. Like that's kind of this whole week for me's been an elevation. Like each day's I'm elevating. Compared to compared to what was going on last week with me to this week right now this day, like because it like last Friday I was still in that rut, but a week ago, like it was over the weekend that I was like, I gotta get myself pull myself together, and each day progressively has just been, so I'm rolling with it, you know. And I've been like sharing. I've been like trying to share how for me I'm my own worst. I'm like almost every time in my life that I've ever had setbacks, I'm the reason. Like I was my own roadblock. If I could learn to get out of my own way, I could do a lot more. But that's a part of trial and error. Yeah, I figured you might be doing homeschooling, but Victoria. I just went live this morning because I hadn't done a live in the morning in a little while, and I know sometimes there's different people that can. There's other people that sometimes the mornings work better for them, and also I wanted to see if I'd cleared up my. I did. I went into my camera settings and I did something yesterday that I think makes the image look better. I was having trouble with the other day. It seemed like that last live we did, it seemed like once it was uploaded and I looked at it, it looked like there was a lot of glitching in it. And I was thinking that might have been my, I had a setting, so I changed and adjusted the settings, and I think the picture looks better now. Same, Victoria. Good to see you both. Oh, yeah, great to see y'all. Yeah, well, I'm just meaning, there for a few days, like sometimes I'd been meaning to check my settings, and I don't know what it is I changed, but I think I've got it. I think it's looking better. But yesterday I did quite a bit of, practicing on my bucket and stuff, kind of working out some different things. Oh my goodness. Give me a second here. Let me, I think my dog keeps wanting to go up underneath that one of them's trying to go under the trailer right now, or come out from under the trailer, and I'm tired of it. Like, they ain't got but a small little hole, and they don't need to be doing that. They're about to rip that piece of metal off. Do you want to come in? Come on in. I don't want you in there. You keep going under there, you're going to dang come out from under there and rip that thing off her. Anyway, that's Biddy. She can still get up under there. Like this past week, there was one night that I let both the dogs out for a little while in the middle of the night. And a lot of times they'll like not want to come back in right off, even if it's cold. What's up, Bleed Blue? It's going pretty good this morning. I just got finished checking. Yeah, man. This afternoon I may go live. Depending on what happens throughout the day. This afternoon, Tom. So if you just be aware that I may go live this afternoon after you're off work and stuff. If you see me and you want to stop by, but I can't guarantee it until I just see what the rest of the day brings. No, that's an old, it was a jar at one time, but no, it's empty. That's grapefruit juice. I kept the jar, I used the jars as drinking glasses. Oh, Don't work too hard, man. Oh, Biddy. You're going to tear up underneath the place. Yeah, look, old Biddy. Hey, Biddy, Biddy, Biddy. Hey. There's old Biddy. How you doing, Bleed Blue? No, actually, this is I'm sober again. I've gotten sobered back up. I had to do like I got in a bad place for a few weeks there, right at. Okay, my birthday was on December 30th. I turned 51, and I think just the realization of how old I am, and then the seasons, like it was Christmas, just a lot of combination of different things, and it became more of it became like it became like an issue for me more days in a row than I wanted it to be, and I nipped it in the butt. Did you say how young I am? Well, I mean, you know, I was just meaning like last year, it dawned on me like, you know what I mean? Like, I realized that, well, I knew it a few years ago, but last year approaching 50, I was like, I gotta start trying to think about things a little differently. Like, whether I change much or not, I'm attempting to. I'm trying to do something with whatever time I have left, which is whatever I'm here for. Trying to figure a few things out that get back on track with a few things I've been needing to do for a long time. You at work, Blue Blue? Well, I mean, comparatively, like when I was younger, or as an adult for many years, I hadn't thought much about my birthday, you know. And then last year, it was like even at 40, I didn't think it wasn't that big of, it didn't seem as significant. But when I was getting close to where I'm at now, I was like, okay, you know, things are, I'm very grateful to be as long as I have been. Yeah, I've been doing some reading this morning, and you know, I made the Jesus calling video. I made a little short for the channel. I think I made a short for the other channel too. Could if I didn't, I can't remember. I think I did. I want to say that I made a short for the channel, for the second channel, and then I did something for this channel and the main video. Just kind of doing things that keep me occupied. Like when I'm doing those things, to me that's productive, because I am putting forth positive energy into it and trying to, you know, put something out here into the ether that somebody might get something out of. Like you never know when someone's having a bad day, and they might come across something I do, and I might cheer them up, hopefully. Like these live streams, even like that's why I went live this morning, because I knew, like sometime from last week to this week, you know, there was our friend over in Hungary, like because it'd be more afternoon for him right now, but I knew that if he was around online, he would pop in, but I ain't seen him. But like the last time I went on a morning, he popped in, and that was when I found out about his grandmother passing and stuff. And then the other day, it was real cool to be there for a while. Like we had that over 2 hour stream. Blue, you came in, I think, towards the end. Unless you had been there in the background and I just didn't know it. it kept saying that there was a moderator doing something, but I think what was happening was just I've got it on self moderate. You know, like if there's anybody that cusses in the chat, it'll hold the message, and then I'm able to like look at it and see it, and if I want to show it, I can. But I wasn't sure if it was somebody actually doing it or it was because I do have it where it'll automatically hold it. But yeah, you know, from time to time, I still have had. It's just that this past time, from the birthday on, like I just kind of, I fell off and I didn't need to stay on like I was. Because when I'm drinking, I'm not getting much done anymore. Like once I start and I don't stop, like if it becomes a thing where like after about say 4 or 5 days I'm doing it, I'm probably not taking care of business that I need to be taken care of once I'm in that routine. And overall, my body just don't feel good anymore after I do it. It's just I can tell every time that I slip up that. You know what I mean? It's like when you stop putting a certain thing in your body that might not be beneficial, even no matter how much it makes you feel good. You stop for a while and you kind of get your body starts feeling better again, and then you put it back in there. It's like for me, I can instantly tell a difference. Yeah, like I mean, I can tell. Now it depends. Like if I hadn't done a lot, but like if I've had a good number of days without it and I've been sober, and then I choose to do it, and I go a little like I do it. Usually the next day, everything's telling me exactly why I've been not doing it. Like it's not hard for me to figure it out and get right back to. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's harder than others. I just like to be open about my struggles, and that's what makes. I think people that y'all can tell me here. I think that is why the people that do subscribe to the channel and do come to watch, whether it be a live stream or the videos. I think it's because you're just seeing a real person in front of a camera. Like I'm not really I'm not putting on a show. I mean. Of course, if you were around me on a regular basis in the real world, you might find different things about me that are off or whatever, but that's part of anybody, you know, like we all have little we all have little things, quirks and stuff. Yeah. Like idiosyncrasies and different little quirks, different little. Each person's got their own little. And like if you spend some people you can take a little bit of, and some you can take a lot of. And I don't really know. I try to be somebody that people would want to be around, but I think if you were around someone for a long period of time too much, it's bound to come a point where you're a little like, hey, let's take a little break. But yeah, thanks for hitting that like button. I just realized 3 people have hit it. Anybody else that's here, if you can and you think about it, just go ahead and do that. But if you don't, it's no biggie. I didn't really know. I didn't have a specific topic or anything. I want to try to think of something like at some point and do a live stream that where we cover. Like maybe I'll, or maybe I could just do, like open, just like once we get going and I'm doing more and more and we got more people, like I can schedule one that's just like Q&A, like people just ask questions or whatever. But I figure that's just kind of like any time, anybody that's wanting to know something, if I don't want to answer, I don't have to, but I always try to answer honestly and everything. I'm not trying to. Unless when I was hearing out there was I don't know. So how is everybody else though today? So like my day's so far so good. I'm still unbothered. You know, same shirt I had yesterday on, but this is another one of the shirts that if you see me wearing, it can tell you that I'm having a good day. Like sometimes you'll see me wearing something that's just, but there's specific shirts I have that when I'm wearing them, that morning something's telling me put that shirt on. This is today's shirt. This is the attitude for the day. Yeah, she should be. I thought she was going to have them about 4 or 5 days ago. I thought she was going to have them, and that's when I put that Afghan down there. And, you know, there for the first, she'd get down there, and she knows that spot's there. I think she knows that's what she's supposed to do. But then it kind of eased up, and right now she's outside. But I would say I'm figuring, I'd said at the beginning of the week, by next week, I'll probably have the puppies like in my room here. Because I was thinking today, what am I going to do with them when they start moving around? I got to figure out. Oh, now what I used to do when they started moving around is I'd keep them in the spare bedroom. But it's pretty cold and stuff, so I'm trying to figure out something. I need to make a little blockade area where I can, like, during the day, they can go in that and they can't get out. And then that'd be the only area I have to clean up. That's how I used to keep it in the other puppies. I'd have them in the spare bedroom, and that's all I had to clean up. Was like, I'd get up in the morning, I'd move the puppies outside for a little while, I'd clean the floor, and then I could bring them back in. That's what I'm hoping. Ladybird, every time, Ladybird had, I want to say Ladybird had 11 the first time, but one died in birth because she was on it. Like, by the time I found it, she had, and then, no. Excuse me. Let's see. But yeah, I've been enjoying this past week, enjoying you know, even a lot of times I'm just beating on the bucket during a live stream just to kill time until people show up. Yeah, them kittens, cats, they love to do that. But what I was getting at is I've been enjoying, like yesterday I took the time to just practice without video in it. And then I did video a couple of my beats, but I'm just like working on I'm actually working on beating on it and doing words, you know, trying to perfect something here. Not like, you know, but it's fun for me. Like, it helps me to get out of my head and work out a little bit of, like, to me, it's almost like a meditation. You know, like when I used to play music, it was like a way of connecting to the, like, it's like receiving messages from somewhere, you know, when you're playing music and words and are coming to you, you're singing, or you're just like improvising and you're jamming with somebody. It's like you can just feel this, like, it's almost spiritual for me when I would play music with people. Like if we clicked musically and we were like working on music together and writing songs, it was like a spiritual bond almost, you know, like I don't know, music brings people together, I think. It does, like, you know, whether you like some music or not, there's some music people ain't gonna like. Like, I know that some of the stuff I like, some people are gonna be like, because I tend to sway on a heavy side, but that's not all I listen to. I mean, I love all kinds of different stuff. And I've said that over and over. It depends on the mood and the setting, what's going on. as long as it's got like a like I'm just not much into music that don't have nothing to say worth of crap, you know. If it ain't talking about much, it ain't. Now I like some music that's parody, like funny stuff, but I don't like it when someone's just talking about a bunch of stupid stuff that has no substance. People should, to me, music should be bringing you to a point where you're feeling familiar with something, you know, that someone said. Like it's resonating. Like if it don't resonate with you, I understand. Like everybody's got their own opinion. But when it comes to music with words, I think words are supposed to be like the meeting point where like you're speaking to people, like each person gets their own, they hear the words, but each person, the words might mean something different. It's like looking at a painting and you see it one way and I see it another. You know, it's subjective. Oh. But like I said, I went live to, I'm just killing, really, I just thought I'd touch base with anybody that's out there that wanted to chat. If anybody had anything on their mind that they needed to talk about, they could, you know, share it and all that. And because sometimes people just want to come in and there might be something going on. You never know. There could be someone that pops in and they're having a bad day and they need to share it with people and, you know, need a little bit of encouragement or something. Or maybe they're just having a good day and they just want to stop by and say hi and share that they're having a good day too, you know. Like, I think that's a cool thing too. Like, but I don't know what else. I'm trying to determine on what I'm gonna do today. Yeah, like I figure if people like to come into my lives, and even if they're not chatting all the time, if they're watching and I'm talking, evidently there's something I'm either saying or doing that's, you know, it's got their attention in some form. But my main thing is like this morning, I just thought, well, you know, there might be somebody this morning that sees me go live that does know that I go live and they check it out. Or there may be that random person that's never been to the channel. They see that I'm live and they're having a bad day and they come in. And they're like, and there's something we're all talking about and we're having a good chat and being positive and, you know, being encouraging to each other. And then somebody comes into the chat for the first time, never been to the channel, and they're having a bad day and they feel like, hey, this is cool. Like they find a community, you know. I know it helps me. Like there's a lot of different channels I watch that now of course I'm not able to see every live stream that every channel I like does, but there's different streams that I like to get in and watch sometimes and be a part of in the chat myself. So, and there's been plenty of times that I was not in the greatest mood and I got in a cool chat where everybody was cutting up and having a good time in the chat, and it was like I could forget about things. I had somebody to, you know. Oh yeah, I'm trying to think. Are you talking about the chat earlier in the week? Is that the one when Nature Girl showed up? The chat, yeah, like you said that day, it went for a little while, and you said you were thanking everybody for, yeah. The chat kept you, you were like doing stuff, but you were happy that it was like we had kept you company. Like I had a stream going, you were in there, and there was a handful of people, and there was like a good communication back and forth between you guys in the chat and with me. That's what I like. I enjoy when there's when it's not all just someone asking me questions or me just talking, but you're also like, we've brought up something or someone else brings up something, and other people in the chat can interject, and you're saying hello, or like, if there is something that's concerning you and you're wanting to share it, then people can be there for you, or like, it's better than nothing. I think sometimes the only connection that anybody finds is online. There's some people like most of my social life is online. Like, just because, like, the fact that I don't have a vehicle, I live out in the middle of the country. So, like, the extent of me meeting people on any given basis is mostly me when I'm in public doing, like, errands. So there's not a lot of time to really have quality time to really get to know anybody when you're just passing, going in and out of stores, buying stuff. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, if I had a place, if I drove and there was like a cafe I could go to every day or several times a week and get to know people that hung out there, that's where I would go. I would go to a cafe or like something like that. I mean, even when I'm going to church up here, it's like, I know people up here, but everybody in church seems like they're all outside of church, have their own lives. They have jobs, children, grandchildren. They're like busy all the time. So it's almost like I really started going to church to try to meet people that I could maybe hang out with also outside of there. And at least at that church, most everybody seems, and I understand that. Not everybody's like me that draws a disability check and has like most of the day to hardly to try to figure out what they're doing. You know what I mean? Most people are having to get up and clock in, clock out, or take care of somebody or do something. Like, even like you, Victoria, you have to get up and do your homeschooling and all that kind of stuff, You might be at home, but there's still things you're having to get up and do, which yeah. Right, I'm just meaning, I wished, I figure it'll be, when the time comes, I'll find people in my physical life. Like, God introduces me to the right people when it's time. I mean, it'll work out. But right now, like, online, like, I feel like I'm making some good connections. Like, of course, you got some people that, like, I sometimes when I'm on X, I get random accounts follow me and I follow back, and then they instantly direct message me, and it's like a bunch of BS. Like, they're not really interested in trying to get to know you or really be connected in some real way. They're either trying to scam you or lure you in and catfish you some way or another, or there's an ulterior motive. So I have to be real careful on that. Like, usually it's not hard to figure out. If someone DMs you and starts asking certain questions right off the bat that are like superficial and weird, or to me weird, I know, hey, I back out, I block them. I'm like, I ain't got the time of day for this, Because I don't mind anybody reaching out to me in real life. It's just like, but if they don't have any like real intent to like carry on some real conversation, and it's all a bunch of BS, like, where are you from? When were you born? Like, there's a time and place for that, but like, come on now. It's like a lot of times I cut to the chase. I'm like if they come at me and I don't know them, but I followed them back, I come back and they come at me with a couple of questions that are like, well, where do you live? Blah, blah, blah. Like today, it's already happening. I just stopped by. They were wanting to know what city I'm in. I was like, why? Like, now, of course, I ain't even seen if they replied. Like, I'll only answer a couple more times before I'll just like be done with it. I'll entertain it for a minute to see if it's a real person or if it's somebody, you know what I mean? because there's some accounts that they'll go and see who you follow. They'll create an account sometimes, and then they'll follow a few of the people you follow, and then you follow them because they have some of the same people in common, but they really don't. Like you know what I mean? It's like weird. Just people with ill intent. We got a few more people popping in here. I hope everybody's doing all right. Whoever's popping in, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Greycloudyday. I don't know if you are just finding us for the first time here, but we are welcome here. If you're finding for the first time, if you are a subscriber, welcome again. I'm just noticing there were a few more people popped in and are watching, so I'm being mindful of that. Nothing in particular. We've just been talking about a lot of different things. Ain't that right, Victoria? I think a lot of those people that you're not, like new accounts that you might follow or something on a social media place and they DM you right away, if they DM you as soon as you follow back, that's usually a dead sign that it's some kind of fake account probably. That whoever you think you're talking to is probably not who you're talking to, and there's probably the reason they're DMing you is that at some point they're going to try to get some kind of personal information is usually what's going on. But I'm just enjoying having a good few days in a row and like sticking to my guns right now. You know, like the way it's been going is I've been going down pretty early at night. I mean, sometimes I've been up late, but the past few days I've been able to fall asleep fairly early because like I'll be waking up and then realizing it's like 10 o'clock, like between 7, 8, 9 o'clock, I fell asleep and I wake back up, might be up for a little while and then I go back to sleep, but I've been sleeping a little better. And then I'm finding myself start my day off early again. You know, I'm getting in a better pattern. But there's like, my sleeping pattern's always been weird. Like I'll go through phases where I just don't sleep much. But I like it when I'm able to go down pretty early and get like, you know, anywhere from 5 to 8 hours. It doesn't have to be a whole 8 hours. Because there's a lot of times that I'll go through periods where I'm not sleeping maybe an hour a night and just, you know, after a little while of that, like kind of insomnia and stuff, it'll be, you'll get on edge. But I can feel, I just feel better, like, because like in the mornings, once I'm conscious, I do before I get on the phone or I think about doing any videos or anything, I start off just laying there and being grateful. And yeah, and then, you know, I do a little bit of communicating and then I get up and kind of decide what to do first. Here lately, it's been start off reading from the book I'm studying, then read from Jesus Calling to Myself, and then decide when to make the video. And then I do networking, like I'll go to X and Gab. That's the only two other social medias that I'm using now. But like I'll go over there and like post videos, repost different people's stuff, make my own posts and all that kind of stuff, and just network, supporting other people and promoting my stuff. And then, you know, then I decide that at some point I kind of determine what else needs to be done in the day. Like some days I know for sure what I got to get done. There's a lot I can do on any given day. I mean, there's plenty around this trailer I can do all the time. I've also, I got to be aware, like, I have like a thing on the bottom of my foot that I'm nursing too, so I'm not trying to do a whole lot on my feet. So like, I mean, if I have to get up and do something or go over to the neighbors and go outside, I do. With it, right, like having a child and everything, that's kind of, or like homeschooling and doing that, I'd say that kind of organizes the day for you, don't it? It kind of gives you like Yeah, like it gives you, it keeps you got something going. Like with me not having now of course, like me, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a set thing that I have to get up and do, but like doing the channel for me is something that I put on my own self as a responsibility. And I hate it when I get in those places where I'm not taking care of the channel as much as possible, or as much as I should. Okay. Yeah, 24. I want to thank everybody that's here, though. Like, see that a few people's watching. I don't know. Maybe they might have it on and they're not actually there right now. But let's see what time it is real quick. Oh, it ain't but 11:16. See, like I'll be thinking like time. My sense of timing's off too. Like 5 minutes sometimes will seem like an hour. An hour sometimes seem like 5 minutes. Guess it depends on what you're doing. It's all that's like whatever you're in the moment doing. Like if it's real intense and stuff, then sometimes things will. Well, it depends on how intense. If it's intense in a bad way, it might make the moment seem like the longest. If it's intense in a good way, then the moment that you're having will seem like nothing. It'll be could be 5 hours, but if it's all like a real fun time the whole time, those 5 hours can disappear. Like, and you think, man, it don't seem like it's been 5 hours. Yeah, it's kind of like time expansion. It's like, I don't know. I know that that's what they believe, that based on the observer, like what you're going through is going to make your sense of time, and does expand, like do that. It's like it's weird. I know mine does. It's kind of like I was saying, like in the bad moments will seem like an eternity, and then your good moments will seem like a fleeting, like dust in the wind. I'm learning how to, like, every few years, if I hadn't slowed, like so many years ago, when I hadn't started slowing down, when I was told to start slowing down, certain things started happening to me. And it was like, Big Kahuna said, well, if you ain't going to slow down, I'm going to slow you down. I'm going to put a little kink in you. Like certain physical ailments happened. Certain bones got broke. Certain things happened that slowed me down, whether I wanted to be slower or not. And it has continued to happen that way up until just the past few years, where I feel like I'm getting a little bit of better handle on it. Yeah, discipline. And the more you got a root, the more active I am in a positive and good routine, and I stay active in it, the easier it is to keep it going. And that's, I think, I'm just speaking from, yeah. For instance, with what I've just ended up coming out of and getting back on track with, as far as like staying off the alcohol and stuff. But there's a lot of things, like I'm also working on getting my diet back, like getting better. I've been eating a little better the past few days, this week, like being a little. I really want to I got to get some new shoes this coming payday. I've been saying it for 3 or 4 months now. Need new shoes, and because I'm nursing that thing on the bottom of my foot here. I can't really do a lot of like extensive walking like I want to until I get the right shoes again, and I'm trying to let that sore heal too. So, but I'm gonna make myself get to somewhere and get shoes this coming time. And my neighbor Betty has a van now, so as long as she's not having to take anybody else around or busy herself that day that I get paid. She's always good. Like when she had a vehicle in the past, she was always the one that really got me around a lot of places. Yeah, it's I could try that, but every pair of shoes I have right now are it's like other than there's one pair of shoes, but I have a shoestring missing and I don't have a shoestring to put in it. I do have one pair of shoes that would work for me right now, but I need a shoestring. And then all the other ones that are slip on, I've had so long that this it's like they're just worn, like it's just worn thin on the bottom. Like I know that I need new shoes for sure. I've just not got like. And then what happened is a few months ago, even after I knew I needed new shoes and I kept not getting them, I would take off walking, to town either way, and in the shoes that weren't working that well. Like I can walk for a certain length of time in these shoes and be fine, but when I walk like 5, 6 miles in one direction without getting a ride or something, I was wearing a spots on my feet. Like anyway, it's not a big deal. I'm just taking care of the foot the best I can right now. I'm having to put lotion on it. It's just where it got calloused and dry, and there's like a little crack that's like about that long and then like so deep. And it's right on a spot on the foot, like where it bends. So it's going to take forever anyway. Yeah, I'm meaning literally all the shoes pretty much I have, they will work like, when I'm going somewhere and being out in public for a little while, they work to go and be presentable and have shoes on. But as far as me actually doing any kind of walk to slim down, or even if I just wanted to walk to town because I needed something, the shoes I have are not going to work. Like I could get there, but they're going to hurt my feet. They're at the point where each pair, I have 3 pairs that I can slip on that are good or were. I've just had them so long. It'd be easier, like, it's just that the past few paydays, I haven't had someone take me to where a shoe store is. I've only went within the immediate, like I've went to Eider and Henniger, the immediate towns that I live in between, and just done most of my shopping and everything there, instead of going down to the town where Walmart is and there's a couple of shoe stores. That's where I need to go. It's about a 25-minute drive. So on payday, what I need to do is just plan to have somebody get me down there. Yeah, I'm flat-footed too. I'm flat-footed. I've got a size 13 wide, and then I have Charcot foot. It's a condition in my feet where the nerve endings don't get the right message to your bones in your feet, and I can just get fractures from walking if I don't have, I hadn't had any fractures in forever, but one of my left foot changed shape and everything. The bone changed shape. So it's weird. I have a hard time finding the right shoes that will work a lot of times. Oh. Yeah. I used to go a lot like that, like especially like if I'd get like some kind of fungus or something on my feet, if I went barefoot for a few days and just walked around on the ground and stuff, like it seemed like everything would go away. Like if I had some kind of, like I don't know, it was weird. Well, I think there's something to it. Like I haven't gotten out there and put my feet to the ground in a while, but I know some people might think it's hokey, but there is there is some people, like I believe, like grounding yourself, putting your actual bare feet to the ground is a good thing. It's supposed to help center you and help you like it helps connect you to the earth. Kind of makes even a deeper connection between you and the spirit and the world. And I mean the world in the sense of earth, not the world in the sense of like mankind, like sin and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like I'm a little overdue for just stepping out and putting my feet on the ground for a little while. Like every so often, I have to remember to do that. Like to step out, it might only be for 5 minutes, but every time I do that, like actually put my bare feet out there and just soak it. Like especially right now, the sun's out. Might do that in a little bit after I get off this live, because I got my flip flops on. Like I walk out there, slide them off, and just stand on the ground for a few minutes and soak in some sunlight. Get a little bit of grounding. Makes sense actually now that I'm talking about it. Well, I've been thinking about it over the past week. Like there have been several times I've been outside already and thought about it and just hadn't done it. Procrastination, I bet that's, you know. Yeah, there's somebody else popped in. I seen a few people leave, and then some people show back up. Pretty weird. Like there's several people watching, but you're about the only one talking right now. But it doesn't matter. Like I'm not like, well, brother, I will kiddo it. Yeah, you too. See you, Victoria. I may go live this evening, but I don't know for sure. Like I said, it'll depend on the rest of the day. If I get caught up in something today and this evening it slips my mind, then I don't, that's the reason. But if this evening I've had a really good rest of the day and, I've got all my stuff in order, I might find the need to just do another one. And until next time, you know what ditto. Ditto, ditto, ditto. I always enjoy chatting with you. And it may, like we were saying, connection, like sometimes it's like, that might be like for me, this is, like I said, this is like being online and stuff is where most of my sociability comes nowadays. Other than going out in town and stuff sometimes and interacting with people in passing, but as far as like real, like kind of like the people I communicate with on a daily basis, a lot of are online. That's one thing I gotta say is I am grateful for the internet on that fact. There's a lot of detriment from the internet, but it's all in how we use it. Because it is a tool. So like if you're using it in the wrong way, which I do sometimes myself, you know what I mean? Like I've used the internet in the wrong ways and stuff. And I know myself sometimes I spend too much time online. And like I have to try to be mindful. Like if I'm online doing something like this, doing a live stream, to me that's productive. If I'm making content and uploading it, that's one thing too. And if I'm online networking, promoting the channel and talking to people and communicating like on some stuff that and just keeping busy in that sense, it's good. But if I'm online just like brain rotting myself, like watching YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video and all that, sometimes I have to catch myself and take a break. Which I need to. I've been kind of overdoing it here lately, some. Well, I don't know who's still here, but guys, it's showing there's 3 people here. So if you're still watching, I'm thinking about ending this for a little bit. We've been going about right at an hour. I think it was a good stream. I appreciate. Well, I think someone just. I'm gonna wait. If someone has something to say or chime in for a second, now would be the time to like if somebody's wanting to say anything or ask anything or whatever, go ahead. And if not, I'm gonna wait a few seconds and then wrap this live stream up. I think. And that's just because I think we've, okay. Okay, hey, Frank, yeah. Well, thanks. I didn't know if you're still here or what, but I'm going to, I think I'm going to sign off for a little while. Like this evening, I might be doing one. You know, I don't know exactly what time it would be. It could be anywhere from, I'm thinking if I do a live stream this afternoon, it's going to be at sometime after 4 o'clock. Because the other day we did one and it was after 4 and it went well, I think. That's the one I was on for like 2 hours or something. And then like a little bit before that, there was another one I did that was in the afternoon, a little sooner. And that one went well too. That was the one Victoria was talking about. So if I go live today, it could be anywhere between 4 and 6 o'clock, just depending on what I'm doing. It is Friday. I don't have any particular plans, but if something comes up, that would be the reason. Or if I just ain't feeling it, I might get caught up in doing something around here and be like, and forget about going live. But, you know, it's neither here or there. I'm just letting people know that if you're interested in another stream, you know, be aware that you might catch me live later today, this evening. So, y'all have a good one. Until next time, Mr. Grey Cloud here, Sage of the Eternal Moment. Over and out. Ditto.